seriously, and this is a little harsh, but one of the things about Herman Cain is I think that he makes that white Republican base of the party feel okay, feel like they are not racist because they can like this guy. I think he is giving that base a free pass, and I think they like him because they think he is a black man who knows his place. And I know that's harsh, but that's how it sure seems to me.
Well, thank you for spelling that out.
What do you make of what Herman Cain said? He did acknowledge that racism exists, but he says, you know, it doesn't matter that much, that more of it is about actually working hard and making opportunities happen for yourself.
Well, one, black people have been working hard for decades. I think he needs to get off the symbolic crack pipe and acknowledge that the evidence is overwhelming.
Now you have someone like Herman Cain.
Who?
Herman Cain? You know who he is. And he doesn't believe that racism holds anyone back in any way now. I mean, you know, what do you think about that statement?
Well, you know, it's very hard to comment on somebody who is so denied intelligence. And certainly someone who is as denied a view of history such as he reveals. He knows very little. Because he happened to have had good fortune hit him, because he happened to have had a moment when he broke through, the moment someone blinked, does not make him the authority on the plight of people of color.
Goldie, just a final question. Do you think Herman Cain can spell the word Iraq?
Just let me make one quick observation. I can move on with you.
Yeah.
I just want to make this observation about Herman Cain. The Republican Party, the Tea Party, all those forces to the extreme right have consistently tried to come up with representation for what they call black, for what they call the real Negroes, and try to push these images as the kinds of voices that America should be living to. So you got Condoleezza Rice, you got Colin Powell. They're heroes for some people, but for a lot of us they're not. And Herman Cain is just the latest incarnation of what is totally false to the needs of our community and the needs of our nation. I think he's a bad apple, and people should look at his whole card. He's not what he says he is.
No, I don't think he has a prayer anyway in the election.
I don't think prayers were created for him.
I'm not afraid of anybody. This is a tough game. You can't be intimidated. You can't be frightened. As far as I'm concerned, the Tea Party can go straight to hell.
The Tea Partiers who are controlling the Republican Party, their stated policy, publicly stated, is to do whatever it takes to see to it that Obama only serves one term. What is that? What underlines that? Screw the country. We're going to do whatever we do to get this black man. We're going to do whatever we can to get this black man out of here.
But is that necessarily a racist thing?
It is a racist thing.
Yes, Larry, it's extremely racist. I mean, it's so funny because the teabaggers, the one thing they hate is when you call them racist. The other thing they hate is black people. But they won't say it.
It's like a form of economic terrorism. I imagine these Tea Party guys are like strapped with dynamite, standing in the middle of Times Square at rush hour and saying either you do it my way or we're going to blow you up, ourselves up, and the whole country up with us. So you tell me how those kinds of standoffs end.
They've strapped explosives to the Capitol, and they think they are immune from it. The Tea Party caucus wants this crisis.
Well, the GOP has become the Wahhabis of American government, willing to risk bringing down the whole country in the service of their anti-tax ideology.
And yet there's another problem. You have what I call the get the N-word out of the White House party, the Tea Party. This kind of sensibility, which is much more of a distraction.
Well, I had Morgan Freeman on, one of your movie colleagues, and he was very passionate about that very subject, saying there are elements of the Tea Party who, just as he said, want to get the black man out of the White House. He said it on this show.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. If you ask a representative of the Tea Party, okay, Social Security, socialists, get rid of it, they're going to get very confused. What they're, at the end of the day, there's a big bubble coming out of their head saying, you know, can we just lynch it?
We got to keep an eye on the battle that we face, a war on workers. And you see it everywhere. It is the Tea Party. And you know, there's only one way to beat and win that war. The one thing about working people is we like a good fight. And you know what? They got a war. They got a war with us. And there's only going to be one winner. It's going to be the workers of Michigan and America. We're going to win that war. You know what? Everybody here's got to vote. If we go back and keep the eye on the prize, let's take these son of a bitches out and give America back to America where we belong. Thank you very much.
What people have seen on television in recent days is outlandish behavior by the Tea Party operation in Washington, D.C. And I think that speaks volumes about what's causing problems. It really was. I didn't say anything to anybody. I just watched. The Republicans were out there having a great time. They were laughing. They were waving the American flag. They were egging them on. And I thought that was outrageous behavior. I really did.